Hi there, welcome to another Brickright video. Today, in this video, we're going to be showing you, it's a how-to video, and it's just about laying the slabs. As you can see, the base is in, and we've laid this base. It's 100mm thick with MOT type 1, and we've just put some some dust, some grano on top just to create our level. So we got the base in. Fraser put those eco drains in there the other day to catch the water, which we'll show you. We've got 3 manholes to contend with. So for you DIYers out there, we're just going to show you the process of being able to, your base is in, and we're going to be showing you how to lay and cut your porcelain, incorporating it with the falls and the drainage. So let's get straight to it. So first thing you need to do is the mix. So you can hire these from any builders merchants or hire centres in the UK. I think they're around about, I don't know, I haven't hired one because I got my own, but I think they're around about 50 quid a week, something like that. So there's your cement. Look, we're just using the Blue Circle general purpose cement from any builders merchants in the UK. Probably cost you, I don't know, around about £5, £6, £7 a bag. So we're going to be laying porcelain paving. That's it there. I'll show you what it looks like laid. There we go. That's what this product looks like laid. We did this previously and we've done a video which I'll share a little link so you can click on this and watch how we did the front one. Really tricky this was. But that's what this porcelain is going to look like around the back. Then you've got your paving primer. That is the product from Marshall's that we use to paint on the back of the porcelain. Very important this. So you paint it on the back of your slabs, nice and thick, don't be shy, and then that adheres, bonds to the cement that we're going to lay on the bed. So if you don't do that, your slabs will delaminate. So you have to use a paving primer or an SBR. So as I said, this base has been whacked. That's the whacker plate. Again, you can get any of them from the hire centres. That vibrates and whacks and beats the base down to a point where it's very, very firm and solid, which is what you're looking for. So you're going to need a hose pipe for your water, and then I use a white mallet so it doesn't mark the slabs. Some of the black ones tend to mark the slabs and get a black line on it. Bricklayer's trowel. We've got a table, so we tend to pour our slabs on here and then put the paving slurry on it and then lay it. Oh, that's Fraser's Monster or whatever it's whatever he has, whatever it's called, his energy drink, which is not important, but for some people it is. There we are. Radio. If you haven't got a radio, Fraser has got to listen to me blithering on about boring crap all day. And what's that like, Frey? Awful. Awful. Yep. Yeah, so I think you'd rather listen to the radio than me, wouldn't you? Yep. So this is the paving slurry. Look, you can either mix it up with a whisk on a drill, or Fraser's just mixed that with the gauging trowel there, and that's ready to be applied now to the back of the slab when he brings his cement in. So you're going to bring your cement in next, mate, your compo. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So other critical tools to use, and these are critical because you can't lay a patio with these. So we've normally got a 2-foot level. Well, I think somebody's nicked it because we can't find it anywhere. So I think somebody swiped that from us from somewhere. So we've got a 4-foot level, a 6-foot level, and then whatever that is, 6 foot and a bit. That's that one. A kneeling pad, that's also critical because otherwise your knees will end up like mine. So please use a kneeling pad or knee pads. Tape measure, pencil, pasties, cup of tea, most important. And we've also got this new mic, this DJI Mic 2 that I'm using now. So for the regular viewers, trying to get the audio a little bit more crisp for you. So if you can let us know in the comments below whether you think this audio is an improvement on what we've been using.
I'm not doing anything until I've eaten my pasty.
Can't argue with that one.
Yep.
I'll have a look at that. What a great show that was, Del Boy. Brilliant. Old Uncle Albert there, look. I look a bit like Uncle Albert, don't I, Frey? What do you think? Yeah? So, what you're looking for when you lay in your bed is, first and foremost, see this black stuff here? That's DPC, damp proof course. So in an ideal situation, you want to be 1, 2 bricks, 150 mil or 6 inches below DPC for your finished level of paving. So we're going to be finishing here, so that equates to your 2. So that's what you're looking for in an ideal situation. So just use the side of your trowel, and I'm just angling my trowel ever so slightly up. See how I'm angling the trowel? And then when I go the other way, I'm angling the trowel that way, and then I'm turning it this way. So I'm just doing that, tilting the trowel, and I'm getting my bed as level as I possibly can. Because what you want is you want your slab to be touching all that surface, the underside of the slab. You don't want any bits that are undulating or low or anything like that. So when you get to that point, move that from the wall. Now what that does is when you put your slab on top and you hit it down, all that will want to come up. If you don't do that, all that will want to come up and bulge out through the joint, and then you'll have a mess and you're staining the brickwork and you can't fill your joint with the jointing compound because you haven't done that. A lot of lads don't do this, right? The old Zorro sign. I do, just because when you want to hit the slab down, it just makes it a little bit easier to hit the slab down. And by the time you've hit it down, that's gone anyway. That's what I do. So now you've got your bed. The first slab is the most important one that you're going to lay, because all your levels come off the first slab. So we need to make sure we're at the 2 brick on here, and we need to make sure that we are about 5 mil higher than the eco drains, so the water can drain off. So when I lay this first slab, that's what I'm looking for. So that's done. Let's move on to the priming now. So on a lot of these slabs, if you zoom in here, Frey, like Fraser's just reminded me, there's an arrow. So you just lay your arrows the same. So say you point it towards the house, you just want to be laying your arrows to the house on every one, and it just helps with the transfer and the pattern on the back of it. So get your slurry, ball up that on there. Now somebody, I can't remember who, on YouTube said, just get yourself one of these for scraping your slurry. So I've listened. So I'm going to try it for the first time. Yeah, I like it. We used to use a brush, didn't we, Frey? I suppose you can use the back of that, but that is... what I like about that is it's leaving a nice thick consistency on it. It's not with the brush, you might tend to put it on a bit thin because you are actually brushing it off. So either a trowel or one of them, can't remember what that's called, silicone spatula or something. Anyway, one of them, whoever it was, thank you very much. So that's that. You got your slurry on. So pick your slab up. I would tend to lift them side by side, opposite ends like this. Your arrow's by here. So what you want to do now is pick this up. Now then, watch your back. DIYers out there, watch your back. Open your legs, spread your legs, bend your back. Fraser's got a mark there for me. So we're going there. That's where we're going. So you got your slab laid. Looking for is your level this way. So it's not, look. So the bubble's up towards me. So just, now it's level. So that's that way. Now we're looking for it, what it's going to be like on the eco drain. So you don't just want to put your level on there like that, because can you see the gap underneath there? Look, Frey. See the gap underneath this side of the level? So that's a false reading there now. So what you want to do, you gently want to push this down until you feel, and you can probably hear it, you can feel the levels higher. And then what you do, you get your mate who's holding the camera, and you go down there and show him the gap down there, Frey. So how much gap is on that eco drain?
10 mil.
10 mil, he says. I'm looking for 5 mil. So if I hit that down, you tell me when we're looking about 5 mil. Yeah? So you got 5 mil? Right, if you look at this now, look. So that's the fall we've got on our patio. It's just on the line, is it? Or just past the line?
Slightly past.
So that's an adequate fall for what you're looking for on your patio. If it's touching the line or it's just past the line, good to go. That's what you're looking for. We've got the 5 mil and you've got your 2 courses, or slightly more than 2 courses below damp. And then we just get rid of that. And we just double check now that we're level that way. So there we are. We're level that way. That's your sides up. Tidy them up. Get that in there ready for the next one. And then just flush your sides up. So what you're doing is you're pulling your trowel towards you, towards me. And you want to get all those sides all flushed up. No gaps. There we are. So now you've got your slab laid. You've got your falls taken care of. You've got your DPC taken care of. You've got your level taken care of. It's all in the right place. You've got your slurry on it. So now you're good to go to sort out your spaces and lay your next one. So on this patio, we're going to be laying 5mm spacers. But you also need a sponge and some water. We've got a lot of water in Wales, haven't we? And that's fresh from the Brecon Beacons, and it's absolutely freezing cold. So if you want to come to Wales, don't. But if you do, bring your snorkel, your flippers and your wet weather gear, because that's all it does here. It's pour down with rain. So if you're thinking of coming, just don't bother, unless you want to get wet. Anyway, that's your slab. We'll have the Welsh government phoning us up later now, Frey, telling us, saying you've ruined it now. People stop coming to our country now. And if I were you, I just wouldn't bother. What do you say, Frey? No. Lovely when the sun's out. About 3 hours a year. Beautiful country, half hour a month. Right, so when you're laying this next one, all joking aside, what you're looking for is this porcelain is 20mm thick, right? So find the bottom of the slab, which is there, look, on the trowel. Find the bottom of the slab that you've laid, and then all you're doing is you want to be coming off the bottom ever so slightly higher than the bottom of your slab, so you've got that ability to be able to knock this, it's not a slab, tile down. So just take your time. So lay that, and then you're just coming off this level. Now I'm lucky because I got Brickright here that I'm presuming is level, so I'm just keeping the same distance from my trowel to the top of the brick. And if I eye that across and I keep that same distance, a little bit more, so that's roughly the same distance there. So I've got a level here, a level there, and a level here. Now all I've got to do is join this bit up to here and here. So keep flattening your cement out. Now this bit you can't teach, so you want to eye this bit in. Now if we had a 2-foot level and somebody hadn't bloody swiped it, what you can do, this level's a bit big, but I'll show you anyway. The 2-foot level, you know, when he comes to there. So if you're unsure, if you're laying our level, you can get your spirit level in there and see how level you are, look, right? So it's a bit high. So if you put a slab on there now, then obviously you know that you're going to be laying that, and you're going to be hitting that down. It's a bit high. So, get your level in there. There we are. So that's level now, right? So that's pretty much where we want it. So you got your base level, there's no divots or undulations or anything in it, it's nice and flat to take the underside of the slab. Same again, back of the trowel, and then just I scrape the excess off, so you're maintaining that level. So that's that side, and you do the same this side, right? So when you get to that bit, if you lay your slab on there, now you're high. So just cut that gently off. Cut that gently off, like that. Sign of Zorro, right? Do you know who Zorro is, Frey?
No.
So you don't know who Uncle Albert is, and you don't know who bloody Zorro is as well.
It's a film from the 50s or something.
Let me know in the comments below. Do you know who Zorro is? If you do, tell me who Zorro is in the comments below. And who was his companion? Who was the guy that used to be with him? Let me know that in the comments below as well. The older generation, they're all like this now. Oh, they know. Right. So, we're ready. We've got the arrow up there again now. Spoon this across. Now, it rained last night, so you've got to be careful because these slabs are a bit wet. Rains every night in Wales, right, doesn't it? So we're probably putting people off from coming here, really, aren't we? Just don't bother coming here. Do you think we're sounding unwelcoming? Like we're portraying like the Welsh are not very friendly?
Most people are friendly, Welsh weather's not.
That's absolutely spot on, that is, Frey. Welsh people are friendly, but the weather is not. Right, so the arrow's there. So same thing again now. Just lift that up. Arrow up there. Watch your back. And then don't want to be dinking the slab next to it. Lay that there. Roughly get your 5mm joint right. And we're in with the slab. Right. Now then, what you want to be doing is, because you've got that slab fixed in place, you want this slab at the bottom and at the top level to the one you've just laid, right? So before you start doing anything, with your hand or your eye, you can feel, if you come close to here, Fraser, you can see that this slab, I can feel it, I can see it, that slab there is slightly higher than this one. And you can also see it here as well, look, that's slightly higher. Now that's what you want to be able to knock it down. And you don't want to be knocking it down like 10, 20mm. So I've got my finger on there now, and I'm feeling how far I'm knocking it down. It's all about feel and sight, right? Right. That's this side. Now this side, what I'm doing now, I'm using my brickwork now. I can see that joint there is pretty much level to that bed joint. And over this side, I'm slightly high. So again, keeping my hand, and I'm using my hand just to manipulate the slab to where I want it. So what I'm doing now, all that paving slurry underneath is now, all that slab and all the cement is all spreading out underneath and sticking to the tile. So what I want to do now I think I've got it roughly where I want it. Now I go to my level. So if you look at the level, Frey, you can see we're actually high. It's showing me it's still high, this end. All right, so that's that. Now down here, it's showing me the same. Now that's absolutely fine. So what I want to do is what I'm doing, you might want to come over here. What I'm doing now is see the gap underneath the level? So I can get my trowel underneath it. Well, it's like that because the slab is high. So what I want to do is hit it down. See that gap now starting to go? Right, that gap now is gone and we're level. Right, so it's the same this side. Hit that down so there's no gap and it's level. That's right. Right, because I've hit this side, that side's gone up, so we double check, right? So the gap down here starting to become a little bit more than 5 mil. So I can use my hand and just move it back. A little bit more. Right, that's level. Double check this one. That's level. Double check. Done. That's done. Now at this point, you got it level, right? No gaps underneath your level. Always look underneath your level. Clean sponge. Freezing cold Brecon Beacons water. My hand is now currently got hypothermia free. You'll have to take my hand to A&E. Say my father's okay, but his hand has actually got frostbite. So enough of that Welsh crap. Let's put that back in there. Now, spacers. Stick your 5 mil spacer in there. One in there. And then you want one up against the wall and one up against the wall. Now, to get the spacers tight, all you need to do is push it from this end, and you're pushing that way. And I can feel and I can see that that slab is tight to that spacer and it's tight all the way around, and it looks pretty flush along here. That's that done. We can't lay the manhole yet. We're going to lay past the manhole. So now what we're going to do, we're going to set our tape measure out, mark the slabs on the wall and carry on over there. But now we've got to do a mix, haven't we? So what we'll do is we'll show you how to do a mix to lay your slabs.
Right, so to start off, a little bit of water. Not too much. If your sand that you're using is really dry, put more in. If it's quite wet, don't put too much in. Your feb then, you're looking for about 10 mil. Bucket. You've nicked my shovel as well. Let's go get it. So on this occasion we're using stone dust for our mix because we had a bit left over from the base. So we're just going to be using the stone dust and a couple of bags of building sand, mix it in, and I mix your sharp sand. But when you do your patio, just purchase your sharp sand. So one. So I'm using the bucket, so that every time I put my sand in the mixer and my cement in the mixer, I know it's all the same ratio. I fill it all the way to the top of the bucket, so it's all the same. And my bag of sand is worth a bucket full. I already know that. Another thing when you're doing your mixes, make sure you keep your work area clean. We've got all boards out, so it's not getting dirty. Any splashes coming out here, so all go on the board, and that'll be cleaned at the end of the day. So your customer or your house is not getting dirty. You can wear PPE when you do a mix as well, like a mask and glasses and stuff. But I don't bother. I got my steelies on. That's all I need. So you've got your 2 buckets in so far. Obviously you'll just be, as I said, just be using sharp sand. Don't get confused when I'm putting my dust and my bag of sand in. Sharp sand you'll be using. Next what I put in is my cement. Now I've got my 2 sand, my 1 cement in. As you can see, it's quite dry. I've still got 2 sand left to go in, but my sand is pretty much bone dry, that is. So I put water in now, because that is too dry. If you put your two sand in next, now it'll stick to the back and you'll be here for bloody for ages trying to get your mix right. So what I do when I put my water in, I aim on the rim of the mixer here, getting all the cement in. That way then you're cleaning your mixer as you're mixing it too. Then once that's cleaned, I aim in the back corner to get all the dry bits at the back. I know now as well on my next mix to add more water before I start because that's obviously too dry. Once that's looking nice and wet like that, nice and all mixed in, it's no sand stuck at the back of your mixer. You can add your other 2 sands in then. Now in there I got 4 buckets of sand, 1 bucket of cement, a little bit of feb, my water. I can just walk off now, go out on the back, prepare everything, let that mix, come back in 5 minutes and that'll be mixed, and we'll show you what it's meant to look like when it's done. Right then, I haven't touched this mix since we left it. It's been about 5-10 minutes, just been letting it mix. If you leave it too long, it'll obviously go wet. The mix gets wetter as it mixes, and this is the consistency you want. Job done.
So we got this first row in now. We can't put a line on it to show you the line because we're leaving the manholes in and coming back to them. So we're going to lay it all on the level. So we've got the first row in, and all I've done is, as you saw, I've just levelled each slab, top and bottom, to each one, and just run the level on that, top and bottom, oh, excuse me, right the way through. This one, that's all you do to lay this one, is this. I'll show you now. Ooh. So when you put your level on there, so to get half, these slabs are 595 millimeters, so 297.5 millimeters gives you half a slab. Fraser marked it out for me on there, that pencil line, so I know that I'm going to half bond. When you put your level on here, you've already set our falls up, put in the spirit level over onto the eco drain. So all you want to do is just get right down and dirty with it, and you don't want any gaps underneath that level there at all. And then what we did, we transferred our level over to here with a long level, and we're just ever so slightly higher up on the eco drains. So that's what we're looking for. So we know that that slab is in the right place, and all you do now is you just say this one, top and bottom, level to this one, and put your spacers in, and you are good to go. So I've laid my bed in there. I've made my bed, now I've got to lay in it. So that's all nice and flat, same as before. Just take it off the underside of the previous slab, feather back your edges. Don't want that compo coming up the joint, because you want to keep your joints nice and empty so that the flow point of your jointing compound can go in there and you haven't got full joints of sand and cement. Sign the Zorro, that's ready to go. Now we just hit the old slurry on the go. Top tip for you as well, don't do what we did, stack your slabs level. One, they'll crack, and two, if it rains, they'll hold water. Try and stack them like that behind you. See how nice and dry they were? So, looking for my arrow again now. There he is. Illusion on this, Fraser, you don't like it, do you?
It's alright, I prefer brushing it.
First brushing it.
It's quite good.
I find with the brush, you do fall into the trap of like brushing it and brushing it off. But with this, or a trowel, you could use a plasterer's trowel or like a tiling trowel. Does the same thing, gauging trowel. You just seem to be applying more of it. Got my arrow facing the house again. That important. Try and keep your back as straight as you possibly can. That's that bit. So we're looking for that slab. It's a tile, but you know what I mean. I'm going to call it a slab. You're looking for that to be high. So it's high. Now then, you're just looking to eye it in. And that feel, you can feel it lipping. So try and get it set to where you want him. And then you just putting the level on it. I'm checking underneath the level for any gaps, and we're looking good there. No gaps all the way along, looking good there. And he's level, and then turn it this way, and you're looking, don't want any gaps under there. That's right. And then you just put your spacers in there, in your four corners. And then, as I said, hand in the middle, touch this, little tap, you're pushing it in there and in there, job done. Flush your sides up. Flushing your sides up, the slab tile being laid on a full bed, and then when you put your jointing compound in between the joints, you're not going to lose loads of jointing compound into your slab then as well, so it kind of ticks all the boxes. Right, very important that if you've got any slurry or any cement on your slab, just get it off. So that's it, that's that one done. Now we move on to the next one and just keep on going all the way down now. Right, this is where we got up to then. I've been here the last 2 days on one zone because Frey's got tonsillitis, so I've been struggling a little bit because you've got to get it all in you and lay it. But anyway, enough of the moaning. And I don't know what's happened, but the sun's out. So I'm happy, to be honest. I'm plodding along. Let's show you how we do the different machinery we're going to be using to cut the porcelain. Right, so we've got a mini disc cutter. That's the first thing. That's what we use for the small intricate little cuts with a porcelain blade on it. Ruby bench saw. Now obviously the fact is you're probably not going to have one of them because they're worth thousands of pounds. So for a DIYer you're not going to have one, but we use it. We'll show you how to use that. And that bad boy on the floor, that's the bigger DeWalt that we use, all electric apart from the big saw. Now you could get away with using the DeWalt that's on the floor there, or hiring a still disc cutter from the higher centres. Right, let's show you how this bad boy works then. Doing this one-handed now. So I've made a line across, as you can see, just so I know where I'm going. And then, right, that's where I cut to. Right, that's a beast, that saw. So that's cutting tool number 1. So this is the little disc cutter, now the mini DeWalt disc cutter. Let's give this a go. There we go. So we just use that one for the tiny little cuts because it's a little bit easier to use because it's so small. So that's the little mini disc cutter. And this is the other DeWalt one we got. So there we have it. It's not finished yet. Got to do the jointing now. Going to do flow point on it, the same as the front. Apologies if the second half of the video is going to be pear-shaped, but this is the third day of being on my own, lugging everything up these steps and cutting and mixing and putting slurry on and doing everything myself. Please like, subscribe, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps you, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one, which will probably be flow pointing this patio. For that, until then, I'm going home. It's Friday, and I've had a tinful. So see you soon. Ta-da.